Welcome everyone. This is Encoded, brand new episode featuring m.v1,
Sir.
my lovely co-host.
Abby. Again, just Abby.
This is Gail over here. Um, we're starting a new year, 2022, and I'm excited to have met you. Been hearing about you for some time. Shout out to your manager.
Sir.
Let's get started, man. m.v1, where does it come from? What inspired that name?
m.v1. I mean, it got a lot of different meanings for me personally, but some of the ones I prefer to go with, most valuable one.
That's nice.
Yeah, and then most of all, it's my first and last initial, and it's only one of me, so.
That's calm.
m.v1, you
That's
heard it.
different,
You heard it
yeah.
first. How long you been doing music, or like when was like the first step for you? It was like, I'm gonna tap in, I'm gonna do this.
My first initial step in the music was making beats. I started
Really?
off, doing a little bit of producing. Always had a thing for sounds. I played instruments growing up. And then gradually made my way into the studio. I was introduced to that from my cousin. And from there, it was just take off.
What year would you say that was? Like what time period?
I started being like an artist about 2018, roughly at the end. Yeah. And I've been going since. So I've been doing a little bit of producing as well as
You still do a little bit of both, or you
Yeah.
strictly just music right now?
definitely just both.
Gotcha. What do you like more?
It's tough.
What gives you like that feeling when you was a
Yeah,
kid or
that
something
rush.
like that?
I definitely say it's something about producing that comes with a lot more, because it's always like definitely with the artist part too, it's a feeling thing. So whatever brings that feeling to you, as far as like I'm into a lot of sounds, so when I
Yeah.
listen to music, it's a different ear for it as far as the sounds and everything that's coming from the beat.
So like the beat is like your soul. It moves you.
Yeah, and that's what kind of bring the feeling into the artistry.
Do you feel like because you played an instrument before? What instrument did you play?
I played a few. Clarinet, the flute, drums, little guitar, piano. Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah. What's your background? Like your ethnic background?
Strictly African American.
Word.
And my family, most of them from out here. I got a lot of family down south too as well. But yeah, we spread out all over.
You been on there too?
Yeah, of course.
Wavy.
Where down south?
North Carolina,
North
South
Carolina.
Carolina,
That's
Florida. Yeah, a few of those.
So we heard that you got a project coming out soon, man. Congrats.
Sure, yes, sir.
Is this your first project?
First project?
How do you feel about it with the anticipation of it coming soon?
I mean, more or less excited. I feel like this is my breakthrough right here. Give people, idea of what I'm coming with as far as my sound. But as well as that, I don't like to box myself in. So, I just wanted to give the people some more music to listen to and definitely take in.
Yeah, I heard you got a couple like singles out, some features, but this is like your first official process, you would
Yeah,
say.
definitely.
Gotcha. How long did it take you to make that? I know it takes a while because there's a lot of like scratching,
Yeah.
trial and error,
Picking
rewriting
at
verses,
everything and being like,
in the right space of mind, all that. Yeah.
Being
Yeah,
a
I'm a
producer and an artist at
Yeah.
the same time.
yeah, like I be feeling like I'm a perfectionist sometimes because I be picking at things so often. Like I've had so much music I've been creating, but it's just a matter of what I feel more comfortable in letting out and letting everybody hear. So, I mean, it took its time, but we here now.
Gotcha. How many songs is coming out?
Bringing out 4 songs.
4
this time
songs.
around, yeah, just to have some people, get in tune with.
So I got a question for you. I know, like in the music industry, whenever there's a project getting released, there's always a lot of songs that are like not making a cut and whatnot. How do you figure out like, okay, I'm gonna go with these 4 songs out of however many songs you made? Like, what separates these songs from the rest at this particular moment for you?
For these 4 songs that I plan to put out in particular, I mean, the vibe that I'm going for kind of helps choose which songs that I necessarily want to put on there. So in terms of that, I mean, like, you know, everybody got their own vibe as far as what they listen to. You got your sad R&B, you got your happy R&B, then you got pop music, all that stuff. But I kind of, for this one, I want to blend that pain R&B. So I'm going to give you some of that.
So I got a question for you with your music, because I've heard it. What I know you say you like blending music. Do you feel like you got a specific genre you want to be known for going forward, or you want to, I would say, genre bending? Well, how do you look at it?
In totality, I look at it like I don't necessarily want to stick to one genre. I definitely want to have the feel that I can definitely stick to one genre. But as far as expanding, everything I do is kind of off a vibe. So it's not always a feeling to be R&B. I might want to do some pop. I might want to do, like, literally, I feel like I could do any song that's given to me. I just got to be in that feeling.
But if you had one category where somebody got to put a label on you, what would it be in terms of music? Like what genre?
I would definitely say R&B.
R&B?
Yeah.
Mostly singing, you would say?
Yeah.
Got you. You rap as well or no?
A little bit. I'm getting there.
But you, like, your natural zone is mostly singing, you would say?
Definitely.
Got you. Yeah, I feel like when I heard some of the songs that's coming out, I got like me personally, I'm a Drake fan, right? So I forgot the name of the song. It was like one of the first ones he sent me, and it gave me the feeling of like you know, in the Bible, in Drake's album, Drake. like the feel for it, like Drake's flow, like verse, like the ambience. I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing there. Nah, but that was dope though, for real. I want to see you keep trying, man, for real. This is an opportunity, of course. Like I like meeting new creators. It's always a different process with everybody, and you know, the only way you could go is up, bro. At the end of the day.
Definitely.
You got anything you want to add right now?
Your lyrics, do they come from like life experiences? Because I was also listening to it. So, you know, a lot of love and all that. I know it's R&B, but is it like pertaining to yourself? Do you take others' experiences?
I mean,
how do you go about that?
I would say a big part of it is from a lot of my life experiences, but as well as mine, I mean, we all got friends, we all know people, so they tell us stories and stuff, and you know, it's really an art to be able to put that into a song.
And the storytelling, you would say. Yeah.
I always wondered, like, do they really go through stuff, or you know?
Yeah, some people even use conversations they have with other people too, and put that into. I would say, like, in the process of music and whatnot. Do you feel like you have any? Well, she kind of asked you that, but I was gonna say, like, things in the past definitely shape you into what mood or what type of music you create in terms of like childhood experience and growing up. So how do you know how to balance it between like real life experience and then making the music aspect?
I would say the biggest thing for me is like I try to learn how to develop those feelings into words.
Yeah.
So in a matter of time, it's like everything that you really came throughout life, it may not always hit you at that moment, but you'll start to process it later in life. And as you get older, you know, your mind develops more. So just bringing those past experiences and then things I even think that I'm going to go through in the future, I also try to put into the music.
Got it. My next question is, if you had a goal for yourself, right, and this is like a reach goal, who's a person you would like to collaborate with in the future? Of course, this is like, you know, a dream or a goal, something reach, but you never know.
I say number one, nobody but Thugger.
Really?
Thugger. I was
really?
not expecting that.
Yeah, I didn't.
I didn't expect that.
At all?
No.
Why Thugger?
Man, I like, ever since Thugger came out, like when I was in high school, I've been like a serious fan. It's the way that he just brings all the characteristics that he does into music, like his flows, melodies, like the way he switches up, like everything is just crazy to me. Like I'd be fascinated by just listening to him.
Do you like his like CEO mindset too. The way he evolved, like now he has YSL,
Yeah, definitely.
has the artists under him. They all, have their own success in their own lanes.
Yeah, definitely that as well.
Because the way he grew was different. Like he was working with like Birdman and Rich Homie Quan, and he went from there to where he is now. It's not the same thugger.
He's a mogul right now.
Yeah, he's a boss kind of. You know what I mean?
A lot of people didn't think he was gonna be able to do it. And my biggest thing with that is like him personally. I feel like a lot of people kind of counted him out as far as their mindset towards what he was bringing in the beginning. But a lot of people are really fans now.
Yeah,
That's true.
he's mainstream now if you think about it. Yeah. Who's other artists that inspired you? That inspires you?
Definitely Drake, Ye. I mean, I listen to a little bit of everything, so it's like I got my rap influences, then I got my R&B.
So tell me a couple of your rap influences, and then tell me some singer influences.
Besides the three I already named,
Yeah,
definitely Future, Jay, Big. Few R&B, I say Usher, Chris, Sade, Brian McKnight. Like the list goes on.
Bro, soulful.
yeah.
R&B list.
I would say like some people like a little harder when it comes to like R&B. They say like R&B is like dying now, or it's not the same as before. I agree, it's not the same, but there's also a couple, talent right now. Like you have Brent Fayez, you got Giveon, Daniel Caesar,
All talent.
you got her, you got Snow Allegra, Georgia Smith. It's not in a bad place either. They got Bryson sometimes when he comes out. So I feel like with R&B, it's a little more mixture with hip hop now. Like it's more.
The lines have blurred a little.
The lines
bit.
a little blurred. Like before, it was always around hip hop, but it'll be like an R&B song featuring a hip hop artist, and they'll do the rap verse on the R&B song. Now it's like a little bit of both, even with the beats, the drums. So, how do you feel about that? Like, do you think that's a good way how like the genre itself has evolved into what it is today?
I feel like it's a great thing, not only because it's like bringing new things to the genre itself, but it leaves no cap. Like you can literally do whatever you want and be able to put it as that genre, depending on how you want.
Yeah. I think also with like rap, for a time being, everybody was like, oh, this new rap, mumble rap, and this and that. So I kind of could see that in terms of R&B. It's like a new type of R&B, but still R&B.
Yeah. And there's people that's always going to give it backlash too. There's people that are not as open-minded to the new sound, to the trial and error, So you got to give it time. I feel like music has like a 3 to 5 year window where it always evolves. Like the sound starts changing, the new type of artists start coming out and stuff. So it's interesting to see how the process is, especially as a singer. I feel like it's even a little harder than rapping sometimes, because you got to find the right pitch for your voice, the right tempo, the writing. Even the writing itself is different. What would you say is different for you compared, like if you was a rapper, you would say?
The mindset of it all, like. I feel like it's all feelings. Like even when I try to write some raps, it all comes from how I'm feeling. It's not necessarily a different process, but my thing is I kind of sway more towards how the beat makes me feel, and then whether I want to rap or sing from there is where I go.
This is another question I got. When you creating music, when you're getting in that process, what do you find yourself more challenged with, the verses or the hooks?
I'm a hook master.
So that's light for you. That's light for you.
That's light. Cheese.
You can make that in a day if you want to.
Hooks, they just come and go. They so easy for me. Like the verses is what's more difficult, I'll say, for me. Just in terms of me just learning how to express myself in detail without too much detail.
Do you feel like verses hold more substance than hooks do?
Yeah, in a way, because I feel like the hook gradually is supposed to make you want to listen to the verse
And bring you back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it all comes back around.
I asked that question because I asked people before that are like musicians, and they'll say like they have like different answers. Some people would say I always come out with the verse, like put the most energy in that, and then come up with the hook after. Some people would be like, I like having the hook so I can already have the idea that I could bounce off and tap into this. So it's always interesting to ask people that and see what kind of mindset or process they got. Because at the end of the day, we are creators. Yeah. Everybody got their own way to do things, their own process. It's always good to like acknowledge and learn from it at the end of the day, because we could always learn something from it.
Definitely.
Let's see. You have anything to add, Abby, to that?
Why you like Future? Future real toxic. I feel like every guy's toxic trait is Future.
That's like asking.
I'm sorry, it stood in my head. I apologize.
Like asking girls why they like the city girls.
True.
But what if I told you I don't like the city girls? Then what happens?
You like 1 out of a million.
Okay.
I know you like a song from City Girls though.
I'm pretty sure
you
like
don't know that, music. Gilbert, huh?
I'm pretty sure you like their music. They make great music, but Future, that's just like.
Is Future like more so a vibe than anything else? I feel like that's why guys like, because he's more of a vibe versus. I'm sorry, I'm off tangent, but.
I mean, it's all depending when you start listening to Future.
When? So at one point in your life, did you start listening to Future?
I was listening to Future since Codeine Crazy days, that monster. Like his work ethic and just what he just does every time around, as far as when he drops, like I don't feel like he's ever underestimated in what he's gonna do on his project.
Right. Okay.
Do you listen to Future?
I have like Dirty Sprite 2 in my phone, maybe the whole album. That's about it.
That's all?
Yeah.
You need to take some time off of Future. He might change your life.
He got a song about Sagittariuses. I appreciate that too.
You should listen to Hendrix.
Hendrix?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put
and you gotta listen to Future too.
Okay.
And the High of Life.
Are they not the same thing?
Nah.
Okay.
There's two different things. One is the rap one is the R&B one.
Oh, okay.
The R&B one is fire. It's just alter ego, I guess, if you want to make it technical.
All right. Okay. I listen to like Party Next Door, and that's about it.
That's wavy too.
Yeah. Oh.
You like Party Next Door?
Of course.
What's your favorite project of P&D?
Oh man, that's tough.
Because honestly, I'm gonna say this: like with P&D, I'm a little hard because there's some songs that I'm like, damn, it could be better. But his last album, I feel like it was like, it's probably not his best, like in terms of like classic or like memorable, but it was a good bounce back, I would say. Party Mobile,
like some of the songs he had on there,
like in the middle, that shit hit for me.
I could listen to like back to back.
Yeah. Like how it is too. Yeah.
Nah, he definitely did his thing on that last project.
P3 was solid too. The first one was nice. It's nice. All of them. I'll say they all type nice.
Yeah.
He a quiet artist though. He don't be out here.
In the cut.
Yeah, he in the cut.
I like that for him though.
You know who's another R&B artist I like, but I don't like his projects. I like him in features and songs. Ty Dolla $ign. I feel like he shows his work even more when he's like not on his project for some reason.
So you don't like Beach House?
It's alright. I just feel like there's certain artists that I'm like, yo, like why you don't put this energy in your projects? Like I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the way they collab with some artists that brings the best out of them. Like Rick Ross, for example. I feel like he bodies features.
It's OD.
His albums, none of them are bad, but it's not like it don't hit like the features.
Yeah, I'm not downloading the whole Rick Ross album.
I mean, this last one.
You heard the last one?
I liked it.
Really?
Altogether, I liked it. It wasn't his best, but I mean, it ain't really much to expect from somebody that's getting that much money.
But it's regular Ross shit, It's the same type of shit. The Miami, Florida Keys. I'm a boss. Like it's a certain like character. You know what I mean? Like artists have characters.
Yeah.
And they have stories that they keep running around and reinvent, but they stay in that particular lane in a sense. So
that's a good way to put it. Artists have characters.
They are. I mean, they are characters at the end of the day.
It really is like that. Because in terms of like the artistry and everything itself, I separate m.v1 from Marquise. Like I can't make it the same person.
Because if not, crazy.
Things will get Yeah.
Nah, it's true. Though. It makes sense. Like,
That's how you.
let me see another artist. I can give an example. I think Kanye's one person. Though. I'll say that. I think Kanye and Ye is the same person.
I think his music
like
and
Ye
Ye
got
is-
multiple characters.
He do have multiple.
But it's still
But
Kanye
they
at the end of the day. Like it's still him. Like I feel like
exist within each other.
he has all these like ego shits, like the bipolarism or whatever. But it's that ass him.
He's definitely
Like he
bipolar.
believes everything he says. Like he believes it, no doubt.
Interesting.
And he's working with Future right now. You peeped? How you feel about that?
Yeah, that's lit because I definitely appreciated the last Donda because
It grew on me over time.
you ain't
I ain't like it at first.
Oh, man.
Nah, I was hating on it at first. I'm like, yo, 25 songs, nigga.
I like
Nah,
one
I know a
song.
lot of people who say, I mean, see, and that's what I be saying, like, about sound. Like, for me, and I was saying this to a lot of people, I was getting backlash. I'm like, yo, Donda's probably, like, the best album I've ever heard, like, since
what?
Since I've been born. Like, sound.
Nah, I can't
That's
say that,
intense.
bro.
Sound-wise, like, I've never heard something just sound like that. Like, production-wise, that had to be one of the best projects I ever heard in my
You don't
life.
think Kanye's produced better albums than that, though?
Musically, yes.
Both-
Musically.
Yeah, musically and
Production-wise?
vocally, too.
Production-wise, I don't know. My ear just be listening different. So, like, some of the sounds he might have in the backgrounds or just how clear they sound is different. Like, you really got to take time to listen to that album and then go listen to somebody else's album. You'll be like, this
Yeah,
is
but I
crazy.
feel like with Kanye, like production was never an issue for him. Like in terms of
Of
like
course
his
not.
critique, it's usually like his lyricism, the controversy surrounding the project, or the rants he be going off on, or like sometimes it doesn't hit. But like my favorite project for him was Marty Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah,
That's my favorite album. 2010, right before Watch the Throne, I think it was.
Yeah.
That's my favorite project.
I don't think I have a favorite Kanye album.
Really?
I don't think I have one. Not yet, at least.
Life of Pablo was valid too.
I like Life of Pablo.
First listen, I'm like, yeah, I like this shit.
I loved it.
But then the shits in between like before Donda and Life of Pablo,
No, you.
I'm not rocking with it.
He has a couple.
Yeah, I'm not
like
rocking
Yeezus?
with it.
You don't like Yeezus?
Probably like two.
You talking about the gospel shit?
No.
Nah.
Well, that
I ain't
one
like
was
the gospel
good.
shit. I'm good on that.
What?
I like one song though, cause I heard it live.
What's the song?
Follow God,
Yeah, that song was fire.
cause of the beat. He bodied that beat and the
There's a lot
flow.
of remakes of like old songs on there, but not the gospel one. It got a few tracks on there.
But the one before that, the 7-song album, I didn't fuck with it like that.
Which is
The one that has
I See Gold?
Yikes. Yeah, no, the one before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think that one probably had like 2 really good songs on there.
Yeah. What's that first song? It was like I thought about killing you, some shit like that. He went off.
Today I thought about killing myself.
Yeah, that shit was like 6 minutes. I'm like, yo,
I
you
low-key
good,
like
bro?
that. Nah, I low-key liked
I
it,
listened
though.
to it because it's long, but I'm like, yo, you good? Like,
Yes, he's good. He's just going through something.
he always going through something.
Well, that's Kanye. For
He's a little
That's his
happy right now. I
character.
fuck with it.
Is he?
He not beefing with Drake. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
I don't think it was ever any real beef. I don't think any of these celebrities be having real beef, to be honest.
You think so?
Like, you got your few cases where necessarily it ain't even music beef at that point. It's more like street beef. But
For them, I feel like it's just rich people beef.
yeah, like they rich, ain't nothing about
But
to
what is
happen
there
to either
to-
one.
What is it
If
to
it's
beef
rich-
about?
If it's
Ego.
rich,
At that point,
I got
that's
a
the only
bigger
thing
pool than
that's left to
Kanye.
argue about.
so then build a bigger pool. That's it.
It's shit like that. Yeah. Or like, oh, you didn't send me that song. But you sent it to him.
And now he on it.
It'd be shit like that. I feel like it might have been like a lot of like petty stuff, but it was never like on some real shit. Cause then it, it would have been physical, but it was not gonna get physical in that situation. But yeah, let's get back to you, bro. What do you want to be remembered like in the future when you make music?
I would say I want to be remembered as
Like, yo, m.v1.
like, yeah, m.v1 altogether. I would like to be remembered as somebody who just brought a lot to music in general, not just R&B itself.
So transcended in a sense?
Yeah.
What's your short-term goals in the next, let's say, 2 to 3 years
Short-term goals.
as an artist?
I look at it like my goals at this point, they not necessarily short, but they short to me in a way, because I feel like I'm like honestly right there from where I need to be as far as my pedestal and what I got set up for myself. But it's all a matter of just getting the music out there and letting everybody hear it so they can have that same feeling as well.
Do you see yourself in New York in the near future, or relocating perhaps?
I mean, New York is always gonna be home, but in sense of like living in the future, I don't know, it might be somewhere else.
Opportunities, maybe. Okay, that's always a good question too. Like, you have certain artists that like they never leave where they from, and sometimes that's a good thing, and sometimes that's a bad thing. As you see, like, what is a Young Dolph, right? He just died. Yeah, like that sucks. Like,
Yeah.
like you can only make it so much in your own city that eventually people turn against you. You know, like that's tough.
Definitely.
And it's like you could even try to be positive. You could try to make a change, and it's like there's always somebody that
There's always
they
someone who
envy
didn't
you.
appreciate.
There's somebody that envy you, and like you never know who that is. So it's tough. But then if you leave, people say, "Oh, you love, you sold out, you never show love to the hood." It's not even like that. Sometimes you really gotta make sacrifices for your own personal being, you know. And sometimes where we at is sometimes not the best. Like, depending where you want to go in life.
That just come with understanding your gift. A lot of people don't necessarily know how to take care of something so precious. So it's like when they see somebody doing good for themselves and then them learning how to take care of that, they just like, yo, how this person about to sit here and lead the hood? Which is crazy to have that mindset, but that's what's taught upon us.
Do you? My next question is, when you feature, right? Do you find yourself having challenges when you feature compared to yourself?
Features, I actually enjoy doing features because it's like I already got my own energy as far as how I bring into a song. But like when I'm with somebody that's just as talented or even more talented at the moment, like I feed off of their energy. So it's a matter of like if I see how they about to come on the track, or even if I start it up, it might come to a point where it's like, I see how they going. Now I got to turn up a little bit.
So like it's like competition, not necessarily in a bad way, but
like some friendly
to master your craft, you would say, or to be better for yourself. Okay.
I hear that a lot. That artists, when they're like featured on somebody else's track, they're like, nah, I gotta
They never want to get bodied.
Yeah. You're not about to walk on me. I like that though.
If you had to choose in a feature, right, to go first or go last, what would you prefer? And assuming the song is somebody else's song, it's not yours.
It's not mine.
Yeah, it's not yours.
Sheesh.
What do you consider to most valuable? Listening to, like, being the last person or the first person?
Like
the same thing.
It's tough because preference-wise, it's like I could start off the track, and then, feel me, it's gonna be a banger off jump.
Have you started a track on a feature?
Yeah.
And you've also ended a track on a feature?
Yeah. So it's like a matter of preference, but I say I start a track.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm better off at starting.
Is there a reason to that?
Just cause I mean, for the most part, the hooks. So it's like coming in with that. If it's already melody catchy, going into the verse just only make it easier.
True.
Interesting. Because I'm trying to think, like, when I listen to a song, what do I gravitate towards more in the end? Like, when I finish listening to it, am I like, okay, I like the beginning of it? Or like, you know, when you listen to a song, you listen, and let's say you don't listen to it again, you don't get the name, but you type in your phone trying to figure out what the song was. Thinking about it that way in terms of, do I listen to the beginning of it? Is that the part where I got it, the hook, or was it like somewhere in between a verse or whatever? So it's kind of interesting to see people's opinion on that.
I feel like it also depends on the artist too. Depending what kind of, like you said, energy they bring to the table, and the direction of the song as well. Some people sometimes in a feature they change up the whole beat. They like flip the beat, and it's like kind of like a new song, but not really. And so people just keep the same beat. So it just depends, I feel. What kind of audience are you targeting?
Definitely the ladies.
It's a good question.
Definitely the ladies. But of course, any and everybody. I mean, I feel like my music's for everybody for the most part. Like, I provide those type of vibes.
Do you have experience performing, like in a live audience?
I recently had a performance not too long ago at Caroline's. But before that, I mean, I've had like few performances as far as like growing up in life. Like, I've been in chorus and stuff. Like,
So that's like kind of what natural to you, you would say? Like you don't have the like stage fright or anything like that?
It still comes with a different role being an artist.
Yeah.
Because it's like you out there by yourself now, you know.
You the attention now.
Yeah. So it's you getting comfortable. So yeah, I still got like, you know, get used to everything.
Is there anything you do that helps you get used to anything or everything?
Not really.
Not really?
Like, I haven't found that yet. That helps me, you know, as a coping mechanism.
What's the name of your project coming out? Let the audience know what the name is.
New project, PRESSHER, PRESSHER.
What does it stand for? What's the meaning behind it?
So the meaning behind that, I mean, once you get a good listen to the tape, you'll kind of understand more as far as what I'm aiming at in terms of just past situations, feelings, and just transferring that all into the music as far as what I've been through with females, what I know some of my peoples or friends that have been through different situations with females and so on. So
Pressure 2022, check it out.
yes, sir.
Well, what can we expect from m.v1 2022 as a whole?
We're gonna get a lot of music, definitely.
Yeah.
I got nothing but loads and loads of music. But more than that, I'm gonna actually take this year out to not only give out the music, but express myself more personally, like getting out of my shell, you know. Because I've always been like a behind the scenes person. I don't really care for the lights, camera, actions, all of that. So, you know, I got to tap into a little bit of that being an artist. So,
Comes with it.
yeah.
Definitely. Let's see.
I have a question. You called it a gift. Why do you call it a gift instead of a talent? Because saying it's a gift sounds like so much profound, which is I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But why do you call it a gift instead of a talent?
Because I look at it like I wasn't necessarily, like, this wasn't what I was aiming for in life personally. Like, I didn't always want to be front stage center, you know, singing, but I have the gift to sing. So it's like, why not use it and learn how to develop that even more than I do know? Because I know a lot of people that can sing, but they don't use it, nor do they know how to use it.
It's different. Having a gift is different than a talent.
If there's any artists that's local or like up and coming or like they kind of young still, who do you want to work with?
I definitely got my personal favorites. My boy Big Cat, my boy Dev, definitely Shawnee. A few of my bros, Fatah. Yeah, I got a few.
Yeah. You think we're hearing them in your future projects?
I mean, definitely my closest bros, but yeah, further down the line, we're gonna see some features in the future.
Like that. Anything else you want to add?
No.
So we got a little segment, this or that. I just want to get more personality out of you. So hooks or verses, this or that.
Hooks.
Hooks. Freestyles or songs?
Songs.
Rap or R&B?
R&B.
Drake or Kanye?
I'm gonna have to go Yay. Only cause ain't no Drake if it ain't no Yay.
Interesting.
LA or New York?
New York.
Gotta be biased. I feel you.
Got to. I still haven't been to LA either, so
That's a goal for you?
definitely.
Yeah, I want to go out there too.
I think everybody should go to LA.
You been there?
No, but that's why.
You've been everywhere. I'm surprised you haven't been there.
No, not to LA. I'm staying away right now.
LA. Nah, LA sounds nice. The palm trees, the weather.
It's always New York.
Yeah, New York different though, for sure. I got a controversial one. Ready? Queens of the Bronx.
I'm gonna answer that one for him. The Bronx.
It's definitely Queens.
Why?
Without a doubt.
Because y'all got more houses.
They do got more houses.
I spent my
You're
fair
a little
share of time
rude.
in the Bronx. Like,
You got some experience in the Bronx?
it's crazy over there.
You should try the hip hop museum, bro.
I need to go there.
Yeah.
It's in the Bronx.
It's that ass in the Bronx.
I don't know why he said Queens. It's in the Bronx.
Yeah.
That's where hip.
Nah, the only thing I rock with Queens, I'm a Mets fan, so I gotta pull out to
That's
Queens.
still
That's it.
the Bronx, the Yankees. Sorry.
Like, what y'all really enjoy in the Bronx?
The culture,
you mean?
the culture, the foods, bro.
It's so cultural in the Bronx.
Yeah, it's everything in Queens.
We don't got Chinatown.
That's
You
true.
have like a little Chinatown.
Nah, I don't think they
Queens.
have that. Yeah, have that.
They do.
Oh, did I?
They do.
You ever been to Flush?
Right where you get off the White.
The only thing they
Bridge.
got, I think, is like they got a fake downtown. Like I give them that.
And then we got Long Island after all that.
Ooh,
Facts.
Long Island City.
Nah, we got upstate, but don't do that.
Don't do that. Yonkers. Yonkers and YO is right there.
Nah,
Wyo's not
it's all
too
love
far.
at the end of the day. It's New York. Is different places. It's good to know different places.
Don't
I
cave.
just don't go to Staten Island. That's all.
Nah, yeah,
They just
that's
avoid
that's
it.
not New York. They're their own thing. That's the thing. An island. I know
Nah,
Manhattan's
it's too
an
far
island
to
too,
get
but
there.
like,
It's like it's man inconvenient.
It's deep.
Is it even considered a borough?
yeah,
It is.
yeah, I think so.
When we feel
Unfortunately.
like
Brooklyn.
Oh, I feel like it when you want to take the ferry and shit. Go to Statue of Liberty. What you was gonna say?
I had a little moment there.
What was your
I
moment?
was counting the boroughs. I then forgot one. I was like 4. Yeah. Sorry.
Nah, it's 5. What I was gonna say? You got any last words for our audience? m.v1.
I just want to let everybody know, man, it's gonna be a good year for OIL, man. We taking over.
Oh, well, that's the label name.
Yes, sir. Coming soon, man.
We gotta do this again soon, man. Whenever your project drops, we can link up again in the summer. Give it some time to flourish,
Sure.
catch up again. And this is our first time knowing each other, and I'm appreciate this, man, for real.
I appreciate it as well.
Gil, bro, m.v1, Abby, shout out to manager, Cheb, right? Yes, sir. So this is Encoded. Tap in. You're gonna see this soon. You know.